Well, I'm on the way. It's Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, 2021. Got my little trailer in tow with my lawnmower on it, headed to the property. Everything checked out okay. I'm running good. 50 gallons of fuel yesterday brought me up to half a tank. It is a 150-gallon tank. So hope everything goes uneventful on the way down there, but let's see what happens. I'll get my backup camera. Post another video soon. Well, I'm rolling along really nice. Water temperature still below 180. Oil pressure's up to about 75. Trans temperature doing good. Oil temperature's up around 200. My turbo boost is working great. Come up. Got plenty of boost. Pretty windy out today. Everything's stabilized really nice, so rolling along good. I'll pick up when I get out here on the 2-lane. The Cove is not around any expressways, so it's all 2-lane road getting out there to it. So I'll follow up with that in just a short minute. And I'm coming into Luthersville. I've got some impatient person in behind me doing the speed limit. I fell in behind this other camper, and he's he's not doing the speed limit. He's running a little slow, but the guy cannot be patient, I guess. Thrown up here, it gives you a passing lane. I guess if he's behind me, I can tell you can pass me then. But yeah, this is Luthersville. It's related to the movie Murder in Coweta County. So it's not really much here. They got one red light in the whole town. They're expecting this area to grow. I guess the growth is just coming further away from Noonan. So it's kind of full up there. Since I've been coming down here, there's really nothing changed much. Traffic's got a little bit more within 1 year. That was cleared off a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm gonna stop at the one red light. That building there was the jail cell. So it's been rehabbed, but nobody's in it. There's a cafeteria right over there. This is pretty well it in Luthersville. Well, I'm coming into Greenville. See the square down there? There's no traffic light in Greenville. It's just a court square. That building is the court square. And be careful with your speed here, because they do patrol us pretty heavy. Everything's doing great. Oil pressure's great. Water temperature, trans temperature. So no problems with any odd things going on with my engine. Air pressure's holding good. So from Luthersville to Greenville is about 20 minutes. On further south of here is Pine Mountain and Warm Springs. It's about another 20 minutes further too. This is the Texaco station on the left right here is pretty well the only gas station in Greenville. 309 on diesel in there. They've been holding that price for a few weeks now. That gas station's been closed. I think the in-ground tanks need to be dug up there. There's a lot of 1800 plantation houses still here. There's one plantation house that's privately owned. It's the Render House. He had the biggest plantation in Greenville, and he was diversified with things that he did. He owned many slaves, and his grant never made it here to burn anything down. There's the courthouse. What I got to do is loop the complete courthouse and get on 109 to head out to Woodbury. It's a sleepy little town. They have been doing a car show here once a month, cruise in. Pretty good little show. I gotta loop the whole courthouse. Sleepy little town of Greenville. Start filming again in a few minutes. I'm 8 miles from Woodbury. Gay's 9 miles. If you could look back in the distance, that's where we're going, right over there. You can barely see the top of the cove. Yeah, it's really pretty out here. It's a nice day too. It's about 65 degrees today. A little cooler than normal temperatures, I guess, for this time of year, but it's like they got the prisoners out today doing some cleanup. I think I'd see that on Sunday. Right up here to the right is another plantation house. It's kind of grown up. I think people do live there, but it's just off to itself. That's the drive right there. I don't know if you can see it back in there. Right here is a big, large granite rock. It goes way back in the woods right there. Locals told me they used to get there years ago and have different events and stuff back there on the rock. There is a creek that flows back in the back. It's a sliding rock back there. Yeah, we're coming closer to Woodbury now. Woodbury was known as the pimento pepper capital of the world at one time. So the building that I've got that I'm working out of was the pimento pepper building. So yeah, we're getting closer to Woodbury now. It's the hay fields. It's about time to cut. They've already cut it once this year. It's about time to cut it again. Y'all can see the buzzards there. He's looked like he had a bobcat, dead bobcat. The winery there is really good too, and the peaches down here are wonderful. They're going to have some early peaches next weekend over at the little fair they do down here. I've never really particularly cared for the early peaches. They're not as sweet as the later peaches. Ice cream's good though. This guy right here, Bob, he's plowed his field under and planted peach trees. So he's tried it about 5 years ago and nothing happened. The deers ate it all, but he's put some high fencing up. If y'all can see the little trees, that's brand new this year. So he's keeping the deer out. He's trying to. There's some of the high fencing. Trees look good in there. They're doing great. So we top this other hill here. We'll be coming into Woodbury. The water towers there. That's Woodbury. They got 3 water towers in town and 1 red light. May be able to see the cove here. Yep, you can see the cove there. The leaves are off trees in the wintertime. You can really see the cove. Now I looked down at my phone had quit recording, so I had to come back on with it. But this has become a really a motorcycle destination. They like to ride through here, ride the hills around here. And Smitty's Cafe has been the go-to place for different meals and stuff. They do a good job in there. Got a real good breakfast. They've got buzzards here, that's for sure. They're always hovering around town. Same story with this town as in Greenville. Don't speed. They do a good job of keeping the sidewalks clean and everything cleaned up. And there is a couple of new businesses, new eating places that showed up here. One's a pizza place and one's a coffee shop. Everybody in this town is pretty well retired and on up in years. A lot of the younger people just left. Nothing for them to do here. New City Hall on the left. Found out later after I got here that the mayor went to a same rival school in the same area as me when I was younger. A lot of antique stores here. Buggy. There's 2 schools here, 2 public schools, but both of them are closed. And then everybody just left. Well, that's pretty well it. We're outside of city limits now. Yep, that's one of the schools. There's been some talk to turn that into an agricultural center. A lot of farming still goes on around here. The Flint Grill right here is a popular place for the bikers to come in. That place there has really got some good peach ice cream. I'll cut out from now. Just come back when I start entering the cove. Getting close to the cove. A lot of low hanging branches and stuff around here. That directly ahead, they call that Buzzard Roost. You can see the guys done baled the hay out here again. There's only 2 ways in and out of the coves. North entrance and the south entrance. That's part of the cove right there where the mountain is. stories have it that this was inhabited by aliens at one time. So other things you find is saying it was a meteor strike. So my property's up inside the cove. Okay, this is the north entrance to the cove. It's a pretty good grade coming up right here. I think it's about probably 3 to 4%. I don't know if the video is going to show it, but it's a good long grade. You have to get up over the rim of the cove to get down inside of it. Yeah, I'm on the grade now. I'm sure the video's not showing how steep this grade is. So I got the pedal to the metal. I'm down to about 30 miles an hour. And my transmission's heated up some. Still got no problems. Engine temperature's great. Coming up to the upper part of the cove. I am in the cove now. This is the cove. I'm still climbing. Peak the top right about here. So I'm going to start going down in the cove now. See the mountaintops there. There's a house on the left here, and they are right on the rim. So they got a big view of the whole cove. It's pretty hard to get the guy to try to move out of here. One of the weirdest real estate deals I think I've ever been involved with. But yesterday was his last day. He's supposed to be gone. So we'll see what happens when I get here. These are some of my neighbors here. This blonde dog right here is always laying in the road. You have to be careful. He's actually barking at me. So he enjoys laying in the road. Not sure what kind of dog it is. He's a big dog. Looks old. runs over to the lower Cove Road. I don't know if y'all can see it, looks like mountains right there. It is a mountain actually. Guy right up here on the left, he's got a lake that runs off the creek that's going to be in my lake. He's just cleared that off right there last week. There's this was a pond actually. The creek runs right on the road here. He wants to come back in this area and dam it up and flood the water back on my property, and I haven't decided if I want to let him do that yet. This is it. It's going to be kind of tricky getting in here. There's a cemetery on my property here. It's maintained by a family out of Manchester. So I haven't really walked around there and did anything in there yet, but yeah, let's see, it's grown up. I've got to get this trimmed out. There's one of the buildings on my property and the other building. I've got 18 acres here. See, it's grown up. The grass hasn't been cut in some time. Down at the bottom right there is where the lake pond. I think it was about 4 acres of the lake down there before the dam busted. But we're here. It's a Dutch barn. This is the Cove. This is my property. Thank y'all for watching.